Bazoo, hello. Welcome back to Elden Ring Nightreign. I'm sorry about last time. I was dying, and this time I'm not. So, progress. Now, here we have a remembrance for the scholar. So I'm going to read these three chapters and then get into that. Chapter 1, a journal entry titled To Distant Limveld. Crossing the storm-tossed seas, I reached the land of my ancestors. According to my documents, there's an academy in which the great sage Herodotus passed down his knowledge. He for whom our institution is named. But what I seek above all else is the cleansing tear. There's a line concerning it found in a collection of folk tales I read back in the institution that I cannot help but dwell upon. The cleansing tear is our desire manifest, that which will save our kind from its fate. It can be found here, in this land, I'm certain. The gate hidden in the fog is opened. I will draw the truth into the light at last. Chapter 2, a journal entry titled A Lens to Look into the Past. The enchanted monocle I carry was given to me by my mentor as I embarked upon this quest. It is invaluable to my analysis. The glintstone brings various facets of the object into focus. By unspoiling the memories buried within the object, the events of the past can be witnessed, a process which must be performed with care. I shall verify these truths myself, such that no harm comes to the relationships I have built with others. I write this record of my actions with those same ideals in mind. Chapter 3, a journal entry titled The Vestiges Surrounding the Cleansing Tear. I found a scrap of paper I believe to have been carried by a messenger. It was soiled and in poor condition. I saw faintly but unmistakably the word tear imprinted upon it. Examining it further, I heard the most intriguing words arise from within the vision I behold. The tear, salvation. This warrants further analysis. I shall continue my probe of the phantom vision as usual. And we can begin the remembrance. Now, right before this, I took a cough drop, so hopefully I won't be dying. Examine. A scrap of paper that reads tear, or tear. I think tear. Whoa. I was about to say, do I press something, or personal objective added? Again, I am so grateful for the little exclamation marks, because I'd never get it. Personal objective. Search the underground chamber below the marsh. NB, which apparently just means like, yeah, so we're like, hey, this is something notable. Only occurs with downloadable content targets. So I'm assuming balancers and Dreglord. Okay, hold on. Have I put... Alright, yeah, I put relics on here, good. Now, I played a bit. I've mostly been playing on my coordinated character with a group. One member of the group doesn't have the DLC, so I haven't been able to play or like fight balancers a lot. And I'm going to fight the Dreglord as a recording. That sorry, Blue, but I've got a remembrance. Normally, I would just pick a different character because I can play nearly half the roster. But because I'm specifically doing a remembrance, uh, I mean, I could pick a different character and just wait until next run, but I'm not gonna do that. Also, this thing, it's like a poison fort. Uh, that's a new area. I got to go into it once. It has Omen Killers as the boss. It's like 2 or 3 Omen Killers, and it's like a whole little village castle thing. It's pretty cool. Team? Team? I kinda ran over here with the expectation that they'd show up because they, or at least one of them would show up, considering one of them pinned it. Anyway, here, I'm gonna follow him. Because I've never run into a rot one before. Inflicts rot. This place looks pretty expansive. Rot grease. Do we want to stick with the rot grease? I kinda don't feel like sticking with rot grease. The dog showed up for just a split second. That was terrifying. Clean rot night. Frosted it. His fire got rid of the frost. Frosted it again. His fire got rid of the frost again. Nice. Improved physical damage negation. There's a bit of lag going on, evidently. Neat. Like I said, I've never seen a rot one before. I'll pick up a rot pot. Because I like pots a bit more than grease. Yeah, I'll follow him down. Oh, you may notice I put a pin on my personal objective to show the team that, hey, I want to go there, but not beelining to it. Because sometimes it's better to wait on those personal objectives. And I've noticed that not always, but typically it's kind of nice to wait until, like, early day 2. These guys, I love these guys. Change skill. Repeating thrust, killing mist. That is an upgrade. Yeah, the poison one that I went into looked very similar to this. It had different enemies, though. It did not have these guys. And it didn't have these, like, spiked things. And it didn't have a death, knight. I dodged too early. Beautiful. Probably should be using this little axe more often to apply rot. We can move on. I am glad that they added more things. I kind of wanted to do a video looking into all of the different points of interest. And ranking them, but may have to put that on hold. Just a wee bit. Because they added more. And also because I've not been recording this game a whole lot. So, as we have already known, Frost is good. Bleed is good. It's all very good. I'm gonna drop those. We'll let him again. That's kind of hoping for a frost. Not a frost. Rot. Didn't get it. Also, sorry for not talking a whole lot. This is both my first run today, and I have not been talking a whole lot since whatever throat nasal infection thing I got. I'm not sure what I got, actually. All I know is that talking was not good, but I'm recovering now. Gonna mark that. We don't have to go to it right now, but just want the team to know that that's on my radar as something I want to do. 27k for the next level. Yeah, I dropped the lightning grease because I have it as a starting thing, but I don't really use consumable items that much. Bell-bearing hunter, we can leave that. Yeah, I don't use them that much, but I left them plainly out in the open because a teammate might want them.
Make your choice.
I want to cleanse the rite of blood. I'm assuming that means we're getting Moog as the Night 2 boss. I don't know what the cost of that would be, because everything has a cost. Right, so we have to do something here. But I don't know what. Like, I'm not sure what the personal objective is or where to do it. We can jump up here, and hopefully I just run into it by default. Probably not, unless I drop that, because poison and rot on the Ansper Rapier. But we got a thing here, and I don't know what or where. I don't know what or where. Well, that's unfortunate. Probably should have looked more into that. Like, actually read what I was supposed to do. And I did read it, but I didn't pay too much attention. Just something out in the marsh. And I didn't know what it meant, so I didn't care to think about it. Also, I am... Ugh. I'm being very slow. Not really being a good team member right now. Also, it has occurred to me that I didn't pick up the rot pot because of the lag. I thought that he pinned it. 74, 69. So we have either damage and poison or frost. I mean, we can run both of them. Because the dual wield moveset is pretty good. Or at least it's serviceable. Successive attacks negate damage. Nice. This guy buffs all the other enemies, so we're gonna want to get rid of him. I'm thinking that the thing in the marsh might have been in the middle, because there was like a little circular thing that I saw, but didn't go into because I didn't know how to get out, and I didn't want to slow my team down even more. I'm gonna try to head into their day 2 if we can get close to it. Well, I feel like that should have hit me, but okay. I was in the triple token. Couldn't dodge out of it. Now, he applied poison grease to his weapon. I'm thinking maybe he doesn't have a poison thing, or a rot thing. I'm gonna drop that to him if he wants it. He did. Continuous HP recovery, I'll take that. And we can just two-hand this. Doesn't add a lot of damage, but it adds a little. Let's say, I had no idea why they're running this way, but there's a boss over here. Look at that. Poison, rot, frost. Beautiful parry. Yeah, as I've said, I'm not much of a consumables person. So, even though they're good for Scholar, I was gonna ult, but I was waiting to see if he would do it. Because I didn't want us to both do it. And that's the boss very quickly dead. Affinity damage negation. Missed that jump. I was headed over here, but we can hit this boss since they're on the way. Baker's cameo. That'll be better. I got a little greedy there. That'll be better for Meeks. Since Wilder is more of the take damage guy. It'd be better for him to have the get health back guy as well. So I'm gonna drop that, I'm gonna pin it. Gonna pin that. And I can also use that as a little apology as I run into here and be a bad teammate. See how slow that makes you. This was the circle I was talking about, but... Oh. Treasure chest. Alright, so... that was not the answer then. I have no idea what the answer would be then. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be looking for in here. Which is very unfortunate. But I'm just going to leave as to not be useless to the team for too long. Frost, poison, rod. Beautiful, you love to see it. Kind of unfortunate that I'm not sure what we're supposed to do. And that's definitely new. We are slowly taking damage. I'm gonna assume that's Triaphlos, because it said fire. And everything is red and smoky and on fire. 180. So, what I'm gonna do is grab this. Then I'm actually gonna go out and see if I can fight him. Is that a smart idea to do solo? Probably not. It is Triaphlos. Sundered Triaphlos. It says. Right, so their health bar isn't too big. Great enemy felled. Fire summoning beast felled. Fire summoning beast grows stronger. They died. I don't know if he can get to them. Hi. So he summons, like, mini versions of himself. That's adorable. Let's get a sundered Triaphlos. Right. We rotted him. That's good. Gonna pop this to hurt all the smaller guys. And yeah, just gonna focus on dodging and attacking. Great enemy felled, all fire summoning beasts felled, power gained, successive attacks restore stamina and hasten stamina recovery for self and nearby allies. Alright, so if you smack the enemy a bunch of times, then you get health, or you get stamina and stamina recovery speed. Okay. The reward, I'd have to see how much it is. But the reward as a concept is kind of decent. Not anything too crazy. Just kind of decent. However, the fact that we get a new, like, overworld invasion, I think that's very cool. Especially since it's 3 different ones, and their health was pretty manageable. Not manageable, but... humble, I suppose? I suppose humble would be the word. Where it was just pretty small, very easy to deal with. Meaning, while you could have all 3 people go for 1 at a time, you could have everyone spread out. Love to see that parry. But yeah, you could absolutely do that. And... I don't know if I'll be able to get to him in time. I won't. That's unfortunate. Ooh, beautiful. But yeah. We can at least take this guy out since we're here. So we can run up, grab the reward. Will we have enough time to run through there and kill the other guy? Yes, we will. Improved affinity, attack power. I'm really liking this Wilder. Kinda late for that, but okay. Do we have time for that? I know that this is not the most efficient way to do things. But I kinda don't really care. Yeah, we don't have time for this. Even if I took the efficient way, we still wouldn't have time for this. Glad I came up to get the revive. But Yeah, we don't have time. Get back here, you little rascal. And pick that up. I'm not gonna get the levels, that's perfectly okay. We still have the Caestus giving us 1 HP per second. I was about to say, I find it kind of weird that the poison one is doing more damage than the regular one. But I think it's because the poison infusion gives it arcane scaling, and Skeller most likely has pretty good arcane scaling. He's gonna get destroyed. So we can just let everything die. I'm actually just gonna drop that into end of this. And yeah, in case you can't tell, I'm not someone who picks up a lot of weapons. I like to keep things fairly scarce. Meog. Where's Meog? I'm assuming that it's just like an enemy out there. Because if we're just stuck here like this, then that would really suck. I think that if you wait long enough, eventually the boss spawns even with enemies still alive. But yep, there we go. Frosted, bled, frosted, rotted, poisoned. And all we have to do is focus on not getting hit and attacking. And we should be fine. Pop ult. And we take damage, but we can also get our health back as a result of my ult. Good ult, good ult. You'll love to see it. One critical hit, you'll love to see it. I dodged too late. Gonna fly forward, yep. Yeah. He's not my favorite boss, but he's decent. Improved flask HP restoration. And yeah, I think I might try that again. And just like cut when I get there again. We'll see though. We'll see. We can buy that. And I suppose we can buy that. And there we go. Balancers. From what I've experienced, because I fought them, I think 3 or 4 times now. Kind of feel on the easier side. At least to learn. Probably not to master. But something else I've noticed. Not really noticed, I shouldn't say that. But something I'm going to assume is that this is... This boss is probably a pain to do on solo. Alright, so there is a timing to that. You just have to know it. That's 2 of them dead. Yeah, like, I can fight one of them very easily because they have, like, no poise. I can even fight 2 of them pretty easily. But more than 2, and things start to get a little sketchy. He's going for the revive, so I can go for the kill. I'd suggest swapping that, because Wilder is a lot better at killing. But oh, I only have left ear audio, so yeah, kind of getting the feeling that Xil, however you pronounce her name, is not the best player. I mean, they're doing okay. Ow. But they've definitely got some downs. Alright, yeah, so the timing on that is like right as they start to raise their weapon. Good to know. There's 2 more over here. Never mind. The grab attack dodge, your luck. Is that the mesmer attack? That really gives me mesmer attack vibes. Okay, that did damage. Also, something I've noticed is that when you pop Scholar's ult, if you attack like a boss or a nearby enemy, it gives progress towards reviving a downed ally, which is nice. I got the wrong timing on the dodge there. They're getting up. They're ready to fight again. They're ready to do the big move again. Ow. Ow. Why do you have to drop directly on top of me? Why are a lot of them looking at me? Uh-oh. So I am out of healing and I'm low health. Which is a little concerning. We're just gonna back up. We're gonna drop this. I dodged too early. We're gonna keep standing that for as long as possible. Right. Yeah, he went down again. That luck, or that dodge was all luck. Ooh. I'm very nervous. Very, very nervous. but thankfully, boss is very low health, and I managed to survive up to this point. So, we will hopefully be good. Boss is rotted. And I think we're good. We did it. Victory. It was pretty close, but a victory is a victory. We take those. Ultimate Air Gauge +3? No. By itself, it's not worth it. Alright. Those three all together are worth it. Alright. So, we can just move on. And yeah, I don't think I got whatever I was supposed to get. Search the underground chamber below the marsh. Alright, so I'm gonna do that, and now I know specifically it is somewhere in the underground chamber. So I will get back to you whenever I get to there. Right. Hear me out. What if we have to find something using this? Is that it? I don't know. Could it be this? Oh, where are we? Raid. Vassal's Journal. So, we found it. That's good. Happy about that. Something else I'm happy about. We landed right next to a scarab and I got this. So, I am extremely lucky on that front. And I just kind of walked into that. So that's good. Very glad that I found it. This is actually my third attempt. Second attempt, we landed right next to it, and it was one of those, like, gloomy areas with the night invaders. Very bad, no good, and hurt a lot. But glad we found it, so I'll see you once this expedition ends. Victory. That was another close one. I'm not a very good Scholar player. But a victory is a victory. Now, probably because of Blessed Dew being just completely overpowered, and also both my teams being really good. But Vassal's Journal. A royal family vassal's journal. I cannot believe that I just accidentally stumbled my way into that. If I hadn't gotten it there, then I probably would have struggled to get that for a bit, because I really try not to look things up. A loud sound was heard coming from the chapel. Is this the chapel? Slamming sound. This is the chapel. It, those two are new, so we can buy those. But oh. Okay. Not my cup of tea, but you do you, I guess.
Brave champion, are you hurt?
Iron Menial, friend. Something happened in the far chamber.
Could it have been a cave-in? I'll check the other rooms.
Ah, examine. Vassal's journal. That looks like a Night of the Cuckoo. Because the, like, horn spear thing on the head.
Thank you for what you did earlier.
I don't know what I did, but okay. I have something I'd like to ask of you.
Yes? What is it?
I intend to leave the Round Table Hold.
What?
Tell them all that I died without reawakening. You are the only one I dare depend on.
I see.
Remembrance completed.
You must have your reasons. I shall trust in your judgment.
Conclude a remembrance and returning. Proceed. I don't think we're gonna lose him as a character. I mean, it was the same with Wilder, where it was like, the story is he was gonna die, but we didn't lose him as a character. Scholar's journal is updated by the recovered memory fragment. We got Scholar's Chalice. We got 4 and 5. Chapter 4. A journal entry titled The Elbenorc's Secret Elixir. I discovered a nobleman's diary in a study hidden beneath the marsh. Deciphering it, I found the connection between the cleansing tear and the Albinorcs. The vision also pointed to a place known as the Research Annex. Could it be that we, the Albinorcs, find our manifest desire and reclaim our fate? So he's an Albinorc, gotcha. An additional observation. A fellow warrior at the Round Table Hold was exhibiting some strange behavior. It seemed she wished to escape the notice of the others, and so, with proof of my claim in hand, I made her a proposal that should serve us both. I had been deliberating on how to frame such a disappearance from the Round Table Hold, but now I have my answer. I leave the rest to her. Chapter 5. A journal entry titled The Traitor of the Round Table Hold. With scant clues, the research annex, the nobleman's second-hand residence located below Limveld, was near impossible to find without the priestess's help. I thought of the peculiar being which seems to come and go from the Round Table Hold at its leisure. I explained my purposes to it and struck a bargain with a small jar merchant. I communicated via etchings on wax tablet, and the merchant responded gleefully. After an exchange of drawings, we concluded with a detailed agreement. All that was left was to wait. Before long, everything was ready. The truth would soon be revealed. With my heart aflutter, I packed a few belongings and went to the merchant. And we can do that remembrance next time. For now, we can look at what we got. With the chalice. And so this is a red, blue, and an anything. Which is absolutely anything. That's very nice. But I think we can end it here. I don't want to go too long on these parts. But we beat balancers again. That was nice. We got a remembrance. We got Scholar's Chalice. So, pretty decent progress, and yeah.